Buddha bench.
Buddha bench.
I like Buddhas.
Yeah. Now on the Buddha bench we've got G. Atherton, double world champion and ultimate scholar. I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Cool.
First off, how does training in Wales compare to California?
Well, apart from the obvious, as you can see, the sun, I think it's just the ease of having everything so close. You know, like for downhill, you need such a variety of training. You're at the gym, you're on the road bike, you're doing sprint intervals, you're out on the downhill bike doing different tracks, and you need to be somewhere where you've got everything close by. And that for a training camp like this, where it's so intense, the easier you can make that, and the closer everything is together, the more you can get done, really.
And got lots done this time?
Yeah, it's been a good camp. I mean,
I'm knackered. I've joined you.
Oh yeah, you've seen it
Ruined
firsthand.
me.
What do you think?
I'm ready for a 2 week sleep.
What do you think? We've done a lot?
Yeah, loads. I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed. Number 2, what's the best excuse Rachel's come up with this training camp for either missing a session or dropping a set of reps?
Well, there's a lot to choose from. You know, obviously she's been very successful, but I would say it's in spite of her training. You know? And she works hard, but if Nick gives us this to do, you know, Rachel will be, you know, can I swap these sets for that? Can I do this many reps? Can I swap this exercise for that exercise? Can I not go this afternoon and substitute for something this morning? Always swap in and change it and jump in, and I think it's just her way of like having a little bit of control on it. But she does come up with some good ones. The weird stuff that pops up when it's suddenly time to go to the gym is just bizarre.
Like I was set 10 or whatever, and I wouldn't have done 10 if Nick hadn't been here. I always cut it short because he's so tired that you just think, fuck it, that's got to be enough.
Number 3, I was there for this and it horrified me, but your team crash has been doing the laps on the internet recently again, and when's the next instalment?
I mean, that was years and years ago, but every now and then it just pops up back on the internet and it circulates around and people go through the whole drama of watching it again. I have to relive it.
I got to you first and your chin piece was all full of snow, and it was just, you'd had that little cut on your chin and it had all filled with blood, and I thought it was actually like bits of your chin.
Well, there was scope for a big injury, but to be honest, I was fine. You know, I knocked myself out, so another concussion to add to the cards. I had some small cuts on me, cut my balls. Otherwise, I was fine.
Time for another go, eh?
But no, I won't do that again. That was definitely a one-off. That's all we've got, I think.
Number 4, what race are you most looking forward to this year?
Which race am I looking forward to? Well, Fort William's always a big one for me because, you know, it's a home race, the massive crowd there. It's always an amazing atmosphere. I love the track. You know, having won there in the past, it makes me want to win there again. But apart from that one, I'd say, you know, some of the bigger European tracks like Andorra and Val di Sol.
Yeah.
You know, those tracks really suit me. They're rough, they're gnarly, they're hard. They really challenge the rider, like every aspect of their skill. Yeah, there's a few to pick from, really.
Cool. Well, you've got to pick one. That was the question.
Okay, Fort William. Fort William.
Sweet. You've been working with Pete Michalin? How do you say it?
Michalin.
Polish Pete.
Polish Pete, that's it.
Well, you've been working with him for 7
Sorry,
years. In all those 7 years, what have you learnt in Polish?
Polish, it's been slim. Dzień dobry, I think that's hello. But the Polish isn't the hard bit to learn. The Polish is the easy bit. The mix that he's got of Polish, Welsh and English is the tricky bit to learn with him.
Like a Mike Tyson cat on a sofa.
Mike Tyson.
Sure. Mike Tyson's cat. I'll show you. Just look at the other picture. Eyes coming down.
I know that for a long time he muddled badgers and pheasants up. When he used to work at the HQ, he'd come into work to start with. Oh, there's so many badgers on the road this morning to start with. We're like, wow, really? It's quite unusual to see more than one, you know. And then the next few days he was like, oh, I hit a badger again today. And we didn't realise till he came in and told us that a badger had like flown up straight out of the hedge into the front of his car. That we think he got it wrong and that he'd muddled like pheasants and badgers up somehow.
Number 6. You've never really done much for it in the past, but recently you've been riding a bit of cross country. But is it true your cross country rides are just uplift days on a cross country bike?
Yeah, they normally are. But that's like me easing into cross country, so I feel like that counts, yeah.
Number 7. When team trainer Nick Grantham took you to the National Gymnastics Centre. What are you looking forward to most? A, loads of trampolines. B was escaping the gym at Athy HQ.
Yeah.
Or C, lots of female gymnasts.
No
I
way.
didn't write this one, by the way.
The trampolines, of course. It's amazing. You literally walk into this room and it's just this entire huge area, and it's got like trampolines and foam pits and bars. Like the stuff when you're a kid you just dream about again.
Yeah.
I was really having a bad shoulder at the time, so every time I'd start walking towards the trampoline, Nick would herd me away. But yeah, amazing place.
Cool.
That was the main thing.
Number 8, how does racing rally cars compare to racing downhill?
Well, I did the British Rally Championship last year, and it was absolutely incredible. I haven't driven for long, so I threw myself in at the deep end a little bit, but you know, we spent a whole winter testing and getting into it, and you know, I soon found there was a lot of things that did cross over from the sport. You know, the judging the speed, judging the traction. You know, you're looking for braking points, you're looking at exit speeds, looking at carrying speed through. Car setup as well is a huge part of it. There's a whole field of stuff that crosses over into it, and I found that I wasn't starting from zero. It wasn't like just starting off into a sport that you had no idea about, and it felt like the learning curve was quite steep, and I was kind of picking it up quite fast. And you know, I absolutely love it. Absolutely amazing. And definitely looking to do more of it.
Cool.
But at the same time, you know, it was a huge area that I had no idea what I was doing. Was definitely just in at the deep end struggling.
Yeah. Number 9, final one. At the start of your career, if someone could have shown you all the injuries you're going to have throughout your career, would you still do it?
Yeah, I would. I think so.
Yeah. There's a sort of secondary part. If you could have them spread out throughout your career like they are, or just have them all back to back in one block.
Well, just get them out of the way.
Just get them out of the way.
Yeah, but I've had like 15 concussions or something.
It'd
So
just be like spending a year drunk.
I don't think it'll be that
Does
good.
it not work like that?
No, I would still race. I mean, you could say that with anything, couldn't you? If you looked at what could go wrong and you wouldn't do it, it's like a higher chance than just maybe with the injuries. It's almost guaranteed. But no, I would still race because look, I've raced for so many years, and every year I've had massive injuries. But I'm still going into this year, you know, excited, looking forward to it. And, you know, you still have that hope that you'll be fine. I'm sure I'll get battered this year, but we love it. So, you know, yeah, I'd still race. Cool part of it.
And looking forward to the year?
Yeah, man, same.
Sweet.
Can't wait.
Mega. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
I'm just going to chill with the Buddhas now.
So, mate,
Hey.
I need it.